some hits out on the airport over there towards the first fighter wings, F-15s. Well, the airfield's just come under attack. New civil engineer unit from the Air Force, Airborne Red Horse. There's a C-130, and I understand there's also a C-17 following, along with members of an Air Force protection squadron. Paratroopers from the Airborne Red Horse and 820th Security Forces Group will soon begin jumping from the aircraft. Already on the ground are members of the 21st Special Tactics Squadron. They're going to be controlling this airborne operation as the drop zone support team. Paratroopers of the 820th Security Forces will first conduct a tailgate jump from the C-130, and following 2 minutes behind them are paratroopers from the Airborne Red Horse in the C-17. Paratroopers will be jumping the MC-1D Delta steerable parachute. Look closely, you'll see parachutes and troop paratroopers exiting the tailgate. And the paratroop door, there they come. At 1,000 feet AGL, the paratroopers are jumping combat equipment, including the Alice all-purpose lightweight individual carrying equipment pack, a personal weapon, and their M1950 weapons carrying case, an LCE load carrying equipment so they can be ready to fight as soon as they hit the ground. And we'll watch them as they come down. And with all that equipment that they're carrying, the last thing they want to have to do is to take that blow on their own body, on their ankles and legs and knees. So let's watch them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumpers that have come out. These are steerable canopies. They've got gores removed, and so they can be turned and steered so they can land into the wind. These are not the square canopies that the Golden Knights jump. These are combat canopies, and let's watch as they, within 200 feet of the ground, paratroopers lower their Alice packs and weapons on a tether so that those packs will hit first. Then they can land. At 100 feet, they still turn into the wind, prepare to land. They don't land standing up. They're going 22 feet a second down when they touch the ground with their equipment, which can weigh up to 50 pounds, 150 pounds. They do a PLF, parachute landing fall, a controlled fall, by hitting 5 points of contact, falls with the feet, calf, thigh, buttocks, and the push-up muscles, respectively, for a mature fleet with 100,000 flying hours. I want you to look out to the right as this stick is going to be coming out of the aircraft now. You look at the plane, and I know that the waist door is going to be open. There's a door just aft of the wing root. Man, that must be some jump going out that wing root door. You must get thrown around pretty good. But it's a static line jump. I see the tailgate's not open on this, so they will be coming out the door. And let's watch them as they come out the door of the C-17 right there. That little door right behind the wing root, and there you see there's 1, there's 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and we have 11 jumpers on this stick. And you look and you watch how the wind is carrying them back from left to right. And I'll guarantee you the Golden Knights are watching this right now, seeing just how that wind is. You guys watching this? You guys looking at that wind? Yeah, that's a pretty good breeze you're working with today. And as you see, they've lowered the Alice packs, the lowering line hanging out beneath the jumpers. They're going to turn into the wind. And these can't, come on, turn them into the wind, guys. There you go. See them turn them in. They're still going to land going backwards. So that's going to be an exciting landing. And, oh my. You know, why are they landing going backwards? They want to see where they've been. Okay, and I'm on a mission set that ranges from performing heavy damage repair for recovery of critical Air Force control facilities to performing required engineering support for bed down of weapon systems, particularly in bare-based environments during initial and sustained phases of contingency operations. There's that pass, the low pass of our C-130, and conducting an airborne runway inspection. In addition to 3 active component Red Horse squadrons in CONUS, the continental United States, there are also Red Horse squadrons in both Air Force Reserve and National Biological and Chemical Defense. And I would like you to take note that I said nuclear and not nuclear. People who say nuclear are not permitted on the United States military reservations. Moreover, the Team's 21 traditional Red Horse members represent a broad cross-section of capabilities, including horizontal construction personnel, vertical construction personnel, and power utility personnel. deployed in theater are in high demand. The Airborne Red Horse concept is really a light engineer capability to do initial assessment and initiate repair operations. Airborne Red Horse can deploy by C-130, C-17, and C-5 to get into theater, and from there, inter-theater air, C-130s or CH-47s, they can sling load or actually paradrop. It's a small package that we can get there quickly into the fight, have them do the initial assessment to see what's going on, and call back for any heavy equipment that they need. If they can't do it themselves, then build up from that location. Yeah, that C-17, I think the PIC, the pilot in command, is right now looking over the field, and I think we'll see if they have decided if they can land here or not. That we're going to use, it's already controlled by friendly forces, Special Operations Forces, Marine Corps, whatever. Airborne Red Horse will go in, do an initial assessment of the airfield, and see if they can in fact land aircraft there, and begin making initial repairs and building up the infrastructure so they can receive follow-on forces. Airborne Red Horse can do that in a permissive or semi-permissive environment. How much of the C-17 he's going to dumbbell around here, or dogbone around here and land. He's going out making a 90-degree turn to the left. He'll do a 270 around to the right and be coming around to land. And I believe this will be a tactical landing. This will be a landing in a hostile area. So the idea is to not, spend time loitering in the air, get it on the ground, get the equipment out, and get out. Fighters equipped next to me that looking for booby traps. Firefighters equipped the back of their Polaris Rangers with a high-pressure firefighting system for fighting smaller fires. So let's just watch out here for the C-17. This is always cool. That's a big airplane. If you don't know how big a C-17 is, you really got to take a look at it. It is a big plane. It's the plane that they expect to replace the C-5 and the C-141. And as he's landing out here, they actually, with this very complex wing they have in this plane, they are using all kinds of power right now, but all that drag and lift being produced by the wing lets them land and stop it in 3,000 feet. And that's saying something for a jet that size. Here's the reversers. Listen to the roar. Now when they finally stop, they have used actually less than 3,000 feet. Look at the size of the spoilers coming out the top of the wing of that. And they retract the spoilers right away. And there's little winglets on the wing tips add in the stability of the airplane. And look at the size of the rudder. The rudder itself has several different elements, but that gives you an idea. You can, he's got rudder deflection on the bottom part of the rudder, and you can see there's actually two separate panels. The rudder actually hinges twice. That's a big airplane. And the fun thing is for that, if you ever learn to fly in an airplane with a stick, any kind of airplane with a stick, and that goes back to an Aranca Champion or a J3 or anything, like even a Super Cub, this airplane flies outside of the fact it's mushy because it's so big, but you can fly it like a little airplane. And it's with some instruction, with somebody standing there, you could probably fly this thing through an entire flight, takeoff, the flight, the landing, without a whole lot of trouble. As long as everything works. We're launching our first fighter wing aircraft out of here now. First fighter wing is taking part in the opening of our show. That is really a big airplane. Now here's the deal. We got some crater damage down here, bomb crater damage down to the left, about 75 meters off the spectator line down there, and we're going to have to clean that up. So what we'll do is we'll back the airplane up to the bomb crater, and you see the roof down here on the ground. their airplane takes off, their C-31, and you can actually look through it and you can wave to the Golden Knights as they're leaning out the back door, taking a good look at who all is here this morning at Langley. And now that the airplane is stopped, the engines continue to run. We're going to lower that ramp, and some of the equipment that we were telling you about is going to come off. And usually the first off is one of our command control vehicles, and there it is right there. It's a little ATV, and they carry radio equipment on that so they can do all kinds of field coordination. And then after that, we're going to start bringing out the other equipment, and some of them will look pretty familiar to you. We have another command control ATV, but once that's out, I'm watching for a bucket loader to come out, a wheeled bucket loader. And here it comes with a backhoe on it, so they can do whatever kind of construction they have to do and repair that they have to do, and they can do it in a hurry. Now the next thing off also has a bucket, but this is on treads, and this is, I always refer to this as the dustpan and broom operation. As now the next piece here is, it looks like they use that to clear sidewalks of snow. But this is going to be a dustpan and broom operation. We'll shovel into the big bucket and use the little bucket to push it in, and the big bucket will dump it into the dump body back here on treads, and they can move that out. They can also do their equipment repair. This whole time, the professionals of the AFSOC's 21st Special Tactics Squadron have been quietly performing their duties, controlling the airborne operation from the drop zone. Without their assistance, this airborne operation would not take place. Demonstration of crater repair is to show that the capability exists with the personnel and equipment to open a damaged runway. This type of repair is essential in order to establish an airhead. As soon as the repairs are complete, C-17 and C-130 aircraft can land and bring in supplies and equipment to move the fight into the enemy's doorstep. An average bomb crater will be 25 to 30 feet diameter, 10 to 15 feet deep. And the first thing it's done is the concrete lip of the damaged crater is removed. The material around the hole is pushed back into the crater and compacted. And then whatever material is near the area is dug up and placed in the hole until it's flush with the existing concrete runway. The material is placed in 6-inch layers and compacted to specific requirements. When the crater is finished being repaired, it can withstand 50 takeoffs and landings of a fully loaded C-17, and if the crater repair is covered with a fiberglass mat, fighter aircraft can take off and land. The Airborne Red Horse of the 820th Security Forces Group can accomplish all required tasks in total darkness using night vision goggles. I'd like to just tell you who's flying our C-17 from the 437th Airlift Wing at Charleston Air Force Base in South Carolina. Major Mike Cook is the pilot, who Mike is a 1986 graduate of Phoebus High School right here at Hampton. Accompanying him, First Lieutenant Sam Todd, the co-pilot, Tech Sergeant Don Jones, the loadmaster, Airman First Jeff Harmon, a loadmaster, and the crew chief is Staff Sergeant Jess Ferrari. These are from the 14th Airlift Squadron at Charleston Air Force Base in South Carolina. So they have done a great job, and we thank them. And if Major Cook's family is here today, we